Hi, my name is Jillian. I am the branch coordinator at the Kish Branch Library. Today I'm going to show you the Chunky Seed Knit Scarf pattern. For this pattern, you will need to know how to do the knit and purl stitch. You will also need to know how to cast on and bind off. The materials you will need for this pattern are 3 skeins of chunky weight yarn, a pair of size 11 knitting needles. Now I use circular knitting needles because that's just a personal preference of mine. You can use regular straight needles, that will work just as well. You'll also need a pair of scissors and a pair of needles like this to weave in the ends when the project is complete. I found this pattern on a website called The Sweeter Side of Mommyhood. A link to that website will be included in the description below. Alright, now to start off the pattern, we will need to cast on an odd number of stitches. The pattern calls for 15 stitches to be cast on, but if you want your scarf to be wider, you can add more stitches. As long as it ends up being an odd number, it will work just fine. You can also reduce the number of stitches if you want it to be a thinner scarf. Now as you can see, I made a slip knot and put that on. I prefer to use the Longtail cast on method. It's just one I find goes easy and it's pretty simple to do. But if you have another cast on method that you prefer, that will work just fine. So I'm now going to cast on the 15 stitches. Okay, now that I have my 15 stitches cast on, I'm going to start the first row and work the seed stitch pattern. It's a pretty simple one. You just start with a knit stitch, and then I bring this over and purl the next stitch. And I'm just going to repeat that until I reach the end of the row. So it's knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, and occasionally you will have to readjust where your yarn is on your needles. Purl 1. Okay, and now since we have an odd number of stitches, we are going to end with a knit stitch. So don't be concerned if you get to the end and you can't do that last purl, because you're not meant to. The knit stitches on both ends give the sides of the scarf a nice straight edge. So now I'm going to start the second row of the pattern. It is actually the same as the first one. I'm going to start off with a knit and then purl, knit, and purl, knit, and purl. And I'm just going to keep that up until I get to the end of the row. Now you might find yourself that you had to set it down because you needed to go take care of something else, and you come back to it and you're like, I don't remember if I did a knit stitch or a purl stitch last. You can tell by where the yarn is coming out on the stitch. If it is coming out right there, how that is towards the front, towards me, I know that I just did a purl stitch before I set this pattern down. So then I'll do a knit stitch, and then you see how it is now coming out the back, like that. That is how you can tell if you had just done a knit or a purl stitch while working this pattern. Alright, and so now I'm going to work a few more rows, and I will be back to show you what the pattern will look like once you have a certain size section completed. Alright, and this is what the pattern is going to look like once you have a decent amount of length to it. I want to thank you for watching this video and joining us here at the Mifflin County Library for our virtual programs. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications, that way you know when our next videos are going live. This will be a 3-part video series, so I hope you are looking forward to part 2 and 3, and I will see you then.